Lonnie Anderson truly hated him more than anyone. Lonnie Anderson, a name synonymous with beauty, talent, and charm, was born on August 5, 1945, in St. Paul, Minnesota, to Clausie, née Larson, and a father who worked as a corporate executive. From an early age, Anderson's stunning looks and charismatic presence were evident. Growing up in the mid-20th century, she was influenced by the television and film culture that was blossoming during that era. Lonnie's initial dream was to become an actress, and she diligently pursued her passion, enrolling at the University of Minnesota, where she majored in theater and was actively involved in acting projects. This decision laid the foundation for what would become a decades-long career in the entertainment industry. Lonnie's early career began in the 1960s with small roles in television shows and commercials. These humble beginnings allowed her to develop her acting skills and build the confidence she would need for more substantial roles. Her breakthrough came in the 1970s when she gained attention with her appearance on the hit TV series WKRP in Cincinnati. Playing the role of Jennifer Marlowe, the glamorous receptionist, she quickly became a fan favorite. Her stunning beauty and ability to balance comedy with a touch of sophistication made her a standout star in the ensemble cast. The role not only earned her critical acclaim but also several awards, cementing her as a household name. Her career in television continued to flourish throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Lonnie's distinctive voice and comedic timing helped her land roles in various other successful shows, including Shooting Stars, The Last Best Year, and appearances on the popular sitcom The Simpsons. Beyond television, Lonnie also ventured into film, where she found success in movies like Stroker Ace, 1983, with Burt Reynolds and The Jane Mansfield Story, 1980, which showcased her ability to portray real-life figures with sensitivity and poise. Her versatility as an actress made her an enduring figure in the entertainment world, able to perform in both comedic and dramatic roles. Throughout her career, Lonnie Anderson became not only a symbol of Hollywood glamour but also a beloved figure for her dedication to her craft and her philanthropy. She devoted much of her time to various charitable causes, including animal rights, education, and healthcare. She was particularly vocal about advocating for children's hospitals and worked tirelessly to raise funds for causes close to her heart. Her devotion to charity, combined with her star power, made her a revered public figure. In her personal life, Lonnie Anderson's relationships and marriages garnered significant media attention. Her marriage to actor Burt Reynolds in the 1980s was highly publicized, though their relationship ultimately ended in divorce. Despite the challenges in her personal life, Lonnie maintained a strong sense of professionalism and continued to work in the entertainment industry, carving out a career that spanned decades. Lonnie Anderson's relationship with Burt Reynolds, one of the most famous and talked about couples of the 1970s and 1980s, is a topic that has fascinated many over the years, particularly in terms of the turmoil and animosity that grew between them. Despite the couple's initial success together, both professionally and personally, their relationship eventually soured in a way that left a lasting impact on Anderson. In fact, she has been very open about her feelings toward Reynolds after their split, revealing that she truly hated him more than anyone. Their relationship began in the mid-1970s when they first met, and the two quickly became Hollywood's power couple. Reynolds, already an established star thanks to films like Smokey and the Bandit and Deliverance, was charismatic, charming, and known for his playboy lifestyle. Anderson, who had found fame through her role as the glamorous, quick-witted receptionist Jennifer Marlowe on WKRP in Cincinnati, was the picture of beauty and poise. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their public image seemed perfect. However, the dynamics behind the scenes were far less idyllic. In their personal lives, the relationship was tumultuous, marked by Reynolds' notoriously difficult behavior and the intense pressure of living in the limelight. The couple's marriage in 1988 seemed like a fairy tale, but it quickly unraveled due to a variety of factors, many of which were tied to Reynolds' insecurities and volatile temperament. He had a reputation for being controlling and demanding, often clashing with Anderson's more independent nature. She later admitted that, despite the public's adoration of their marriage, behind closed doors, their union was filled with arguments, manipulation, and frustration. What might have fueled Anderson's intense feelings of resentment toward Reynolds was his behavior during and after their divorce. While Anderson tried to maintain a sense of grace and professionalism, Reynolds didn't always make it easy. He made public comments that painted her in a negative light, further fueling the animosity between them. He was also known to be charming in front of the cameras, but many of his closest friends and colleagues, including those who worked with the couple, noted his darker side, the side that could be cruel, selfish, and emotionally abusive. Anderson, who was typically known for being relatively private and diplomatic in interviews, didn't shy away from expressing her disdain for Reynolds in later years. She was especially hurt by his behavior during their separation and divorce proceedings, in which he reportedly made several jabs about her character. One of the most painful aspects of their split for Anderson was the way Reynolds seemed to disregard their history and the emotional toll their relationship took on her. He would go on to publicly talk about their marriage in a manner that suggested Anderson was the one at fault, when in reality, it was often Reynolds' actions that had caused irreparable damage to their bond. The culmination of these events led Anderson to later say that she hated Reynolds more than anyone she had ever known. Her words were not just those of a scorned ex-wife but the voice of someone who had endured a lot of emotional turmoil. The deep sense of betrayal and the lack of acknowledgement for the struggles she faced in the marriage played a large part in shaping her feelings. For Anderson, the resentment and hatred went beyond the immediate frustrations of their divorce. It was tied to the years of trying to maintain a semblance of a happy relationship while dealing with an increasingly difficult and selfish partner. She had sacrificed a lot in her career and personal life, only to be left emotionally drained and hurt. While Reynolds continued to enjoy his fame and Hollywood status, Anderson was left to pick up the pieces of her life. In the years following their split, Anderson's bitterness toward Reynolds remained. Though she would occasionally express her feelings in interviews, her most vocal moments came when she was asked about him directly. Many people around her, including close friends, reported that the anger she harbored was not easily shaken. It wasn't just about a broken marriage. It was about being let down by someone she had trusted and loved, and the way Reynolds treated her afterward only served to intensify those feelings. In contrast, Reynolds later downplayed the significance of their divorce and even expressed regret over their split. However, this only seemed to further highlight the disconnect between their experiences of the relationship. While Reynolds may have had a more laid-back view of the past, for Anderson, the emotional scars were deep. Her feelings of hatred were not based on a fleeting moment of frustration but rather a years-long pattern of disappointment, manipulation, and emotional neglect. In the end, Anderson's feelings toward Reynolds were rooted in a sense of betrayal that was fueled by a combination of Reynolds' behavior during their marriage and the aftermath of their divorce. It was a relationship that, at its peak, had the world's attention, but in the end, it left Anderson scarred and deeply resentful of the man she had once loved. Lonnie Anderson's legacy is one of resilience, talent, and grace. Her contributions to the entertainment industry and her positive influence on popular culture have left a lasting mark. Whether through her memorable role in WKRP in Cincinnati, her philanthropy, or her other television and film roles, Lonnie Anderson remains a beloved icon of Hollywood's golden age. As we reflect on her career and the impact she has had, it's clear that she will always be remembered as one of the most enduring figures in the entertainment industry. Lonnie Anderson's story is one of perseverance, strength, and the power of authenticity. Throughout her life and career, she has maintained a balance between her public persona and private life, never losing sight of her values and passions. Fans continue to admire her for her multifaceted talent, her timeless beauty, and her role as a trailblazer for women in entertainment. As a tribute to her, we celebrate not just her career but the joy and inspiration she has brought to audiences for over 5 decades.